This short video has been produced by the Translation Studies Department at Aston University as part of a project in collaboration with Birmingham City Council, aiming to support and empower volunteer translators from communities whose main language is not English. The aim of this presentation is to explore some common challenges facing translators and to think about ways of solving them. We will start by looking at what we mean by translation challenges. Then we will consider different types of challenges, such as names and acronyms, intercultural differences, and linguistic challenges, before considering what research resources could be helpful to solve them. A translation challenge arises in any situation where there may be more than one way of expressing the content of the source text, or where you might need to make specific changes due to the cultural expectations or assumed knowledge of the receivers. You will need to think carefully about the best solutions for these challenges and might need to do some research to find the solutions. Sometimes there will be names or acronyms in your text for translation that the reader might not understand. For example, in this example, NHS and UK regulator are considered to be translation challenges. To translate these appropriately, you need to ask yourself if the reader would know and understand them as they are, or if you might need to add more information, or perhaps even leave them out. The second message still contains the important information, but has removed the need for translating or explaining NHS and UK regulator. Intercultural differences arise when there are differences in conventions between the two cultures. It includes things like measurements and numbers, or the structure and layout of a document. Linguistic differences arise when the structure of the two languages is different. It includes things like word order in a sentence and how concepts like the past and the future are expressed. It's the job of the translator to adapt their translation so that it sounds correct in the target language. Sometimes specialist terms can be a challenge to translators. Look at these terms, which have become common due to the coronavirus pandemic. Do you know how you would say these in your language? All translators have to carry out research because their own knowledge of the source and target languages and culture is not always enough. Research helps translators to find out how to translate something, and it gives them a way to justify their translation choices. The internet is the best place to start. Online glossaries are lists of words in both languages that have already been collected for a specific topic. Documents that someone else has already translated can be really helpful. Search engines can help you find out background information on a topic, a general internet search. And sites such as Google Translate can be helpful too, as long as you use them with caution. Another solution to translation problems can be to ask another person, as long as you've got the time to do this and the person that you're asking knows about the subject. Be aware that there will not always be a clear solution to a challenge, and it's your job as the translator to choose what you think is the best solution. We have produced another video with more detail about research strategies. In summary, most translations will have some challenging elements. It helps to identify these challenges before you start to translate. There are several ways to research possible solutions, and it is up to the translator to choose the best solution from the options available.